Hey everyone. I have a slightly different setup. If you see me looking this way, it is because that's where my computer is. I put my webcam on this precarious looking tripod thing so that I could hopefully get a little bit better light. If that's okay. Also, I don't know if you can hear that noise. It is my computer fan. I don't really know how to fix it. I was trying to look at how to fix it earlier today, um, but it is just working a lot to keep this live stream going. So I apologize if you hear that kind of sound because that is it. Um, I guess I'll see in the playback how loud it is. I was monitoring my computer before and it was looking fine, so wasn't as loud. But anyway, I'm gonna be doing a makeup look today for All the Stars and Teeth. I realize that may be backwards for you, but look at how shiny that is. This is the UK edition of the cover, which I really love because it has that paper cut feel to it. I don't know if paper cut's the right term, but it looks like actual pieces of paper are used on it. And I really love this cover. I like the US cover as well because but this one definitely is, I think, my favorite, especially because look at these tentacles and all the little details are just so great. And that's kind of why I wanted to pick this cover. I'm gonna do kind of a blue and orange because I was gonna do red, but this looks more orange to me than red with some gold as well. So unfortunately, I don't have a thing anymore where I am now to leave it here. So I'm gonna take it down, but just know that that's the plan. I have my stuff kind of in bags, so apologies in advance for being a little bit all over the place. I also need my um, mirror. I swear, I really did try to plan some of this stuff out beforehand, even though it seems like I didn't. So I wanted to talk a little bit first about All the Stars and Teeth, and then maybe I'll chat about books I'm reading recently. And then if we have time later, I could talk about the Book Shimmy Awards, because I saw that the semifinals for that have been posted. I'm intrigued to find out what books made it to the semifinals. But what I loved about All the Stars and Teeth is I heard about this book and I immediately heard that there was going to be like a mermaid figure. And I feel like in the past I've read mermaid figures that have just been too tame, right? I want a mermaid or a siren that can shed a little blood and that is, I don't know, just like a little more bloodthirsty maybe than what you might be expecting. So that's what I was expecting from All the Stars and Teeth. And I was really worried that that wouldn't be what happened, but it is what happened. There is such a fantastic mermaid character or siren, I'm not really sure technically what you want to call it, but she is so amazing and I really loved reading her character. And in general, the world was just so cool. But I'm kind of going to read anything with mermaids in it. And the fact that this mermaid was a good character to me, or bloodthirsty enough, I guess, is why I really liked it. By the way, I'm just setting my eyeshadow primer with some shadow. I used the Urban Decay primer potion, the original one, and as you saw, it is a sample, or not a sample, but a little mini. And I'm just setting my eyeshadow with stuff from my Lorac Mega Pro 2, just like a smidge lighter color. So I'm going to be doing kind of like dark blue to fade a little bit into orange. So I'm going to remove this for now. I'm going to come back to it when I need to do more of the blue. But I've got to set a really good foundation for the blue, which is going to be kind of difficult because the blue is a little bit difficult to put my finger on. So I think I'm going to use the Wanderlust palette from Profusion. This is it. I realized that it's kind of difficult to see because it's so reflective. I understand why palettes don't have mirrors, but I really wish that some of them would just do it. So I'm just going to put the blue, concentrate that on kind of the ball of my eye, because I'm going to do the orange a little bit further out right here, essentially. So I'm just going to put the blue on the ball. And right now I'm just trying to get like a base blue down, which is a little bit lighter than what I want to do for the blue. And then I know that I'm going to have a transition between blue and orange, so I don't mind about that. And this is a little bit too fluffy, so I'm going to just flatten the brush just a little bit to kind of get it where I need it. And then bring it back to its full fluff, like that. So I'm going to do the same with the other eye. So as I said, that's the main reason I really liked it, were the mermaid character and just the characters in general are really cool. And I'm really excited for the sequel, but I'm going to hold out for the UK one, I think. But I ended up actually getting both the US and the UK edition of this. I was on a blog tour for the UK edition, and then for the US one, I actually pre-ordered it because there was a really cool pin that came with the pre-order. And you know that I'm a sucker for pins. Okay, I'm not going to spend too much time on that color because I am going to deepen it up a bit. I'm going to continue to kind of look at the cover. So I've kind of done a little bit of the lighter blue, and I want to go in with the darker blue, but I'm going to take a different one. I'm going to go back to the Lorac Mega Pro. Oh, actually, just kidding. I'm making a mistake. I'm going to the ColourPop Kathleen Lights palette with this shade to kind of deepen it up. And this this shadow in this palette, or like the shadows in this palette, are really, really pigmented. So gotta be a little cautious. I'm also going to put some iridescence on it because I really want there to have like the idea of the shimmery blue, kind of ocean reflecting. And on my edition, the blue is a soft matte feeling, but I want to give it more of that iridescent ocean. And so I'm going to put like a really shiny, maybe a little bit brighter blue on the ball of my eye. So how is everyone's reading going for December? I can't believe I'm checking the date right now. I can't believe that it's already 19 days left of December. So essentially like 11 more days of this year. Are you ready for the year to be over? And some of the blue fallout is falling out underneath my eye. Just gonna capitalize on that and kind of blend it out. So now I'm gonna go in with the dark blue and really concentrate it on the outer corner so that the spotlight of the blue in the middle shows up a lot better. So I'm just building it up because I do want it to be kind of dark. And I promise this look will come together. I'm also going to do it in the inner corner of my eye as well. I don't know if you can see that I'm leaving like this part. I'm gonna just try to like concentrate a little bit of blue essentially right there and like get that really in the corner of my eye. It's interesting. Normally I try to make the corner of my eye the brightest part, but I'm going in with such a deep dark blue this time. Okay, I'm happy with that. And I'm going to do the same on the inner corner of the other eye. Just blending that out. I didn't really plan this look beforehand. So if I'm not really talking that much, it's because I'm really focusing on blending. But as I was saying, what books are you reading in December? I'm currently reading The Angel of Greenwood, and that book is really good so far. I haven't really seen that many people talking about the book though, so I'm interested to see what other people think about it. I'm reading that one. I just finished the Bromance Book Club. DJ from Life and Fiction on Instagram, he recommended, well, he always seems to recommend that book. And so I finally ended up reading it. And I think I read it in a day. I was just so obsessed. And I've already also taken out the book for the next one in the library because I read it from the library, like their e-collection. So I've already taken out the next one. I'm just really excited and they're so fun. I don't know if you've read them, but I'm really finding a lot of joy at the moment right now in romance books. So, yeah. I'm gonna just take a break on the blue for now and move on to the orange. I'm gonna start off with this kind of like, well, let's just see. I don't really have a good orange in that palette. Let me try the Masquerade. I don't really have like a good one. I think I brought my Saharan palette also from Juvia's Place, so let me just check that really quickly before I go into like a peachy orange. Oof, gives us some fallout. Okay. So I'm gonna go in first with from this Kathleen Lights palette, this color. It's called Carnelian. Just gonna take my brush and mix that a little bit with the color to the left of it, which is your gem, which is like a light one. And I'm just gonna start kind of putting it on the outer corner. I got a lot of fallout with your gem, so I had to tap it off. And I'm just putting it there. You can kind of see where I'm putting it, hopefully, like right here. And I'm also blending at the moment it all together as well. I knew the orange and the brown would kind of mix in a weird way. In the actual photos that I saw as kind of inspiration for this, when I just searched like red and blue makeup, the red made a more of a purple, and I think it looked really nice. Then when I was looking at the actual cover, I realized it's more of an orange color than a red color. So it's gonna look a little muddy, I think. But there we go. Just gonna go in because I think this needs a little bit darker. It certainly looks interesting. That's all I'm gonna say. I definitely like the mixture of the lighter peach though, because I think that that gives it, it lets the orange shine through a little bit more and doesn't look as muddy. So it's kind of blending that out. Yeah. What I am gonna do is take from the Saharan this color, which is, whoops, not from the Saharan. I meant the Mini Masquerade, because it's like a little bit of a shiny color. This one right here. I'm gonna put that in as well because I'm hoping that the pigment of the shininess comes through. And it's also really pigmented as well. So I'm just kind of blending it out. Okay, that is good so far. I'm going to take the blue brush and just kind of go along the edges of the orange and maybe pinch it a little bit just so I can control it a little bit better, specifically on the outer corner. All right, I'm going to try to get the blue spotlight. I'm going to go in with the Julia's Place one, and I'm going to take Dahlia, and I'm actually going to go in, I think, with my finger, because that's where I've had the most luck using this color. I used it in a Summer Bird Blue look. Put in the middle. And I wasn't sure, but I do think that this is a little bit too dark. I want the spotlight to be a lot more vibrant. So I'm just going to go in and even it out. But I think what I'm going to do, and I knew kind of that I was going to do this. I'm going to go in with the Kathleen Lights and ColourPop, and they have this color called Aquamarine. This one, I'm going to go in with that one on top of that. It has this kind of shimmery iridescence. I think that that will give it a really good spotlight effect. Yeah, I think that looks good. Now, I wish, okay, I have these like very, very puffy cotton pads right here. Just gonna wipe my, whoops, just wipe that directly in my hand because I missed the cotton fluffy bit. Okay. That looks good. So what I'm gonna do now though is take the blue brush, really put it back in the dark blue, but pinch it and really get underneath the lash line for the bottom. Yeah, see how that's a lot darker? That's what I want. I'm contemplating also putting gold right in this in the inner corner. Yeah, okay, that looks really good. And I'm just gonna try to bring the blue up with that brush to make it almost like a little wing. Oof, I like that a lot. Okay, basically done my eyes. I think I am gonna take a nice bright gold though and put it on the inner corner of my eyes. But I actually have a pencil that I'm gonna use for it. So let me dig it out. Oh, I didn't bring my gold pencil. Okay, we'll see what we'll do instead. I'm gonna just line my upper lash line to give it a little bit extra depth. I'm not gonna put liquid liner on. I'm just gonna use mascara. Just because I want the look to let the eyes speak for themselves. And I really don't want to get anything in the way of that spotlight on my eye. So if you had a blue glitter, I think it would look really, really good. Or even like an icy white glitter. I'm just taking the brown and just lining a little bit of it to give a little extra depth. There we go. Let me grab my mascara. I think I'm gonna take, yeah, okay. I'm gonna put my primer on. This is the Lorac Royal Treatment. Before it was the Clinique brown eyeliner. This will also make my eyelashes blue, but it, I think, dries black or dries clear. I don't think it dries blue. Okay. There we go, the primer there, and now we're gonna move on to face, and then we'll do eyebrows. So, my face foundation I'm using today is the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue. Just gonna get it out of this little thing. I hope I brought my brush because I forgot to check that before I sat down. Just doing that. There. Where's my brush bag? Here it is. As I like take out all of them. Yes. Okay. I have this little small Sephora brush. It's just, I think, a Pro Mini Airbrush Flawless or whatever. I can't remember the actual name. Just blending out the foundation. And I'm also going to use concealer, by the way. Oh my gosh, I got the foundation like directly in my eye on my contact lens. So just blending it out. As you saw, I only put it in the center of my face. I haven't been really wearing foundation all over my face unless I have to, and B, I'm just doing the look for this Twitter live, so I also don't really care if it doesn't like cover my entire face. But in general, I also have not really just been wearing foundation on all of my face. So let's grab some concealer. I have a blemish to conceal, and then my normal under eye stuff. So I'm using the e.l.f. Camouflage, e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in the shade Medium Peach to do my concealing, and in the shade Light Sand to do my highlighting. I barely do any highlighting and concealer anyway, and I'm also not going to do any bronze whatever today. Just because I want everything to look super, super fresh. Just kind of tapping the concealer in on areas where I would like a little bit more covered, and smoothing it out on areas that I want to make sure it doesn't get too heavy. So there is my face all set. Before I go on to the rest of my face, I'm gonna let that sit for a little actually to kind of let it sink into my skin. I'm gonna do my brows. This is the It Cosmetics Brow Power. So many noises. It's just letting that sit. Also, here's a tip. If you need your concealer to have a little bit extra coverage, I like to let it sit on my skin a little bit and get warm. A, I think this lets the concealer get warm, and B, it becomes a little bit more tacky. So it's something I like to do sometimes if I have something that I really need heavy coverage on, and I'm only using that one concealer product. Okay, done with eyebrows. Okay, oh, we need to do mascara because we're gonna do like 3 coats of mascara. Boop, 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 boop. What else am I? Oh, I'm listening to We Dream of Space, a middle grade book, while I knit. I just taught myself to knit a couple days ago, and I'm obsessed. I'm like, I thought I was doing it to knit a present for someone for Christmas, and I've powered through that, and now I'm done, and now I'm knitting my own scarf for myself, but I'm gonna run out of yarn, and so it's like, where do I get more yarn? And things around the holidays have been getting kind of intense, and so it's kind of like, can I order the yarn online to be delivered to me? That is, what we'll try to do, I think. Okay. I'm only going to do blush and concealer. These are fresh brushes. The blush, the I didn't mean concealer, I meant highlight. The highlight I'm going to use is Revlon Skin Lights. Ugh. Because this looks kind of like little scales. And when I said I meant that's it. Like, there's no other reason why. It just looks like little scales to me, and so I want to use it. And I love how effortless this highlight is. Kind of doing this C pattern to buff it out. I'm a huge highlight fan. So I kind of just tap it first where I want it to go, and then use the other side, which I've dipped both sides in. I kind of blend it out like that. Like so. Really gently. Okay. And for the blush, I'm going to keep everything super neutral, I think, because I want the look to be on my eyes. So I'm going to go in, I think, with the blush palette I'm using now is this one. It's the Lorac Shine Bright Color Source and Light Source Cheek Palette. I'm going to be using the shade, a lot of fallout on this. I'm going to be using the shade Tea Rose and Aura. They're kind of just neutral colors. Just to give myself just a little flush. Like you've been on a boat all day and your cheeks are a little bit wind-chapped. Flush. At least that's what would happen to my cheeks. My cheeks get really, really red when I'm outside, like for example in the snow. So there we go. I want the blush to be pretty light, so I don't know if you can see it. I'm gonna try to experiment with the lighting. I kind of have you a little bit angled, so I hope that that's okay. And I think what I'm gonna do for this is a nude lip. I just want everything to be focused entirely on the eyes. So let's, I have a bag of lip products. Where is that? Everything is in bags for me. Okay. I brought a specific, oh my gosh, I forgot to bring lip gloss. I just brought, only gloss. I just brought, only lipstick, I guess. So I gotta find, yeah, I just didn't bring any lip gloss. Wow. Okay. This is the Lorac Alter Ego Lip Hydrating Lip Stain and Comedian. And it's one of the only nude lips I own because I just generally can't find a nude lip that works for me. So I'm all done now. This was kind of simple, but the focus of the look is really the eye look. I'll bring you here so you can, oops, just put this directly on my face. So you can see, hopefully you can see the hints of the blue and also the orange from this. And I hope you had a really fun time. Please definitely check out this book, especially if you love mermaids. slash sirens. And if you love kind of seafaring adventures and just fantasy adventures, I'm really excited for the duology, and I'm excited for the sequel next year. So I haven't seen what the UK cover will look like, but I hope it matches really beautifully. And I will see you all next week in next week's live. Bye.